Hey, I'm Chef Amber. Thanks for joining me. And today I'm going to make my zucchini cacao brownies. These guys are a new obsession at the Source Cafe. I've actually shared this recipe on my Chef Amber LA Instagram a couple weeks ago. They were so popular. I just wanted to demo them for you to show you how easy they are. I'll go over all the health benefits and why I'm so obsessed and how exciting this brownie is and how it makes me feel so great. So right here I've got 2 large zucchini in my Vitamix. Now, people always say, oh, can I use another blender? Use any high-speed blender that works for you. I just love the Vitamix, and I'm not a sponsor. Okay, so I've got 2 big zucchini chopped very roughly, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little puree. Okay, I want to show you beautiful, nice puree. Zucchini has enough water that you don't have to add any liquid. Just 2 large zucchini right on in here, skin on. Okay, so this is actually the base of our brownie today, which is exciting. We're sneaking in already all these veggies. Okay, so in my Vitamix, I'm just gonna go ahead and add everything else. I'm gonna add some raw cacao. I've got 1 cup of raw cacao here. Actually, it's a half a cup. I'm gonna post the recipe for you, but you can also go back to my Instagram post a couple weeks ago and get the full recipe, okay, if I'm going too fast, because I get really excited. Okay, so I'm gonna add my cacao. So if you know me and you've been following me and my obsession with my smoothie bowls and Nuzest protein powder. So I'm not a sponsor, but I freaking love this powder. Here's the label, the Nuzest right here. It's a pea protein. There's only 3 ingredients. It's super clean. And it's really important when you're sourcing out protein powders that you really check the back of the label to make sure there's not too many ingredients. Basically, my rule with labels and ingredients is if you can't read the label and you don't understand the ingredient, like don't buy it, okay? So I've got 1 cup of protein powder here, and this protein powder is basically gonna be my flour substitute. So we're already loading up this brownie with a tremendous amount of protein. Peas are also a sustainable crop. This is a GMO-free protein powder, and it just adds that extra dietary fiber to our diet. All right, so I'm just gonna put that in there. So that's our flour, okay? Then I am gonna add some cinnamon. I'm gonna add baking soda, a little pinch of salt, baking powder, and I'm actually also adding a bunch of adaptogens. So I wanna speak a little bit about adaptogens really quick. In here I've got well, first of all, raw cacao is an adaptogen. I snuck a little matcha green tea in here for me because I wanted a little extra energy. Then I have some maca, which is really great for hormones. And I'm adding some mushrooms, some lion's mane, reishi, and chaga. Now, those mushrooms are really great for vitality, longevity, overall immunity. Here's the deal with adaptogens. A really easy explanation is they basically help us adapt to outside stressors. So that just helps us calm our nervous system. Maca really helps with a little bit of energy and libido, stamina, and raw cacao also gives you energy. I love the reishi because it's very calming. So when I move really fast, I talk really fast, I get really excited. And when outside stressors comes my way, I like to have a little reishi tea. It really helps calm my nervous system. So that's the benefits of adaptogens. There's hundreds of adaptogens. Those are my favorite. If you're like, I don't have those, you can leave them out. You don't have to put any of the adaptogens in this. You can just stick with the baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, and a pinch of salt and leave out your adaptogens. If you're also like very familiar with adaptogens, add whatever you want in here. I mean, they're endless, okay? So far I've got all of our powders in here. I'm actually adding 2 scoops of collagen powder because I'm traveling in a couple days and I want extra protein because I'm not sure of the food, what's going to be happening with the food at the conference I'm going to. So you can go ahead and add a little bit of the collagen if you want to boost it up. Okay, and then I made a flax egg. So in here I've got 1 tablespoon of flax meal and 3 tablespoons of water, and that's basically my egg. So already in this brownie, there's no gluten, there's no flour, there's no grains, there's not any eggs, there's not any dairy, there's not yeast. For me, that's a lot of allergens, and I have some I don't want to say health challenges, but I'm trying to heal my adrenals and my thyroid. And right now there's a lot of foods I can't eat. So I'm always trying to figure out, how do I create something amazing where I can still feel satiated and excited about food, because I can't eat like 100 different foods right now for my body as I heal. So this is so aligned, and I love it because I can feed this to picky adults and picky kids. So I'm just going to put my flax egg in there. All right, and now I'm just going to kind of blend this. It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes to get this really creamy, okay? All right, the hard work is over. And this is perfect. All right, see how thick it is? If you're honestly, it feels like to me I'm just blending up a really dry smoothie bowl. So I'm just gonna scrape this. Okay, so I'm just scraping this into a bowl, and I want to kind of just spread it around with the spatula for a minute. Okay. So, yeah, it looks great. See that? Not very pretty, but doesn't it look delicious? Look at that. I'm gonna taste it. Oh yeah, delicious. It's not very sweet. So if you want to try this, try it as I'm making it for you right now. But if you're like, I need it to be a little bit sweeter, you can add like 2 tablespoons of maple to this, or some stevia, but wait until I make the frosting. All right, I've got a sheet tray here. It's lightly oiled, just with a little spray of coconut oil, okay? And then I have this scoop. You can get these scoops right off of Amazon. You can just get them on Amazon, or you can roll this with your hand. And I'm just gonna make little scoops right onto the tray. And you can also bake these in a muffin tin, mini muffin tins. And I've actually made it as a flatbread. So I would take this batter and spread it out with my hands on a flatbread, or on a tray to make a flatbread, and then bake it and cut it up and just eat it like kind of like on a snack bread on the go. All right, so I'm gonna get these into the oven. And the beautiful thing, we're at 350 for 6 minutes. Depending on your oven, 6 to 7 minutes. They're gonna be a little soft when you pull them out. That's okay. That's okay. They'll be nice and moist. I'm actually gonna make one kind of big one like this, almost like a, I don't know, like a flat muffin or a bagel. See? Okay. And you know what I love to do? I just want to mention, when I'm cooking like this in the kitchen and my nephews are in town, or if you have small kids or any kids, it's really fun to get kids involved, because then they'll eat it, I find. So scooping is really fun, or they can make like their own shape. My nephew loves to do this. It's a little messy. We lose a little bit of the batter, and then we make our own shape, and then we bake it. Okay, I've got those in for 6 minutes, and now we're gonna make our frosting. All right, so I already told you how much I love this pea protein powder. I use it for flowers, I use it for frostings, I use it for everything, okay? So this is really, really, really fast and really easy. So I've got my Nuzest in here, about a half a cup of the vanilla protein. And then I've got my tahini right here. I'm gonna add the tahini right into the Nuzest, all right? Now, I love tahini. This is a roasted organic tahini. If you don't like tahini, or you're allergic to sesame seeds, you can definitely substitute almond butter here, like 100%. Just make sure it's a organic almond butter. It's okay if it's roasted. If you prefer that flavor, you can totally buy the roasted raw also, okay? And I've not experimented with any other nut butters, so if you're allergic to almonds and sesames, then you can kind of play around with that. Okay, so I've got the Nuzest. All right, we're kind of making this little frosting here. All right, and then I'm using monk fruit sweetener as the sweetener. So monk fruit sweetener looks just like sugar. It's low glycemic, but it's clean. So this is, I love monk fruit. It doesn't spike my blood sugar, and it's really great for diabetics and everyone. So I don't know, I love this. I like it better than stevia. It kind of bulks up our frosting, if you can see. Right here, if you don't want to use monk fruit, you can totally use, what I would do is I would take out because we're gonna add this water. I was like, why is this so thick? So I've got 3/4 cup of water here. So just, if you don't wanna use the monk fruit, add like 1/4 cup of maple or honey, but take out 1/4 cup of the liquid of the water, okay? So it's not too liquidy. So I'm just gonna do a little whisk here. And this frosting's so addictive, we actually make it into cookie dough balls. So if you let this sit overnight, the next day it'll be really firm and you can roll them up into balls. I did it for a cooking class a couple weeks ago. We actually added chocolate chips and currants and cacao nibs, made different balls, and add it into the batter and roll it up. And then keep it in the fridge or the freezer and defrost it. You've got a little protein frosting, right? It's amazing. All right, so I'm just gonna get in here for a minute and just whisk this and make sure it's super creamy. This bowl is small and this whisk is not working for me today. All right, but I want it to be really creamy. So this is really great to keep in the fridge. I put it on toast. I dip my fruit in it. I've served it at the end of the dessert with the tahini frosting in the middle with some like nice organic dark chocolate on the side with maybe some berries or some fruit. That's a really nice dessert platter. This is really great, like I said, on toast, on sweet potato toast. I like just serving it as a dip for a snack for people. Okay, look at this. Just want to show you. So thick, so creamy, no sugar, equal parts, basically water, Nuzest, monk fruit, and the tahini. This recipe again is back on Chef Amber LA. And like I said, if you wait until the next night for this, the next day, this will harden up really thick, but you can already see it's almost like cookie dough, right? It looks like cookie dough. And I would add in my chocolate chips or currants or coconut flakes or whatever right now. And then the next day, roll them up. Delicious. Okay, those brownies are almost done. Okay, so these just came out of the oven. All right, 6 minutes, that's it. They're gonna be a little soft. Let me show you. They're a little soft. Okay, now these are best to put them in the fridge if you're trying to hurry up your cool time, or let them cool out at room temperature for about an hour if you can wait that long. Because they're a little soft. Now they're delicious like this. We're gonna try it right now, but I just wanna show you. See, it's gonna look like it's a little undercooked. It's not, okay? And there's nothing in here, there's not any egg or anything. So it's just cacao, protein, zucchini. Oh my God, cannot wait for you guys to try this. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of this frosting and I'm just gonna put it right on there like that. Now, I would wait till these cool and then I'd frost all of them. I wanna show you my kind of flatbread. See what I mean? Look at this. Look at this guy. So what I would do here is I would frost the whole thing with tahini and cut it up into little squares. I like to keep my zucchini brownies in the fridge and then grab them to go for my snack. So I would use this as a major snack. I'm gonna eat it for breakfast this morning, but it's loaded with omegas, healthy fats, and veggie. You've got your veggies in there and a ton of protein. So for me, it feels really light. It's a really great for pre or post workout. It's just amazing. I can't say enough things. And I already told you a ton of different things for the tahini frosting. All this freezes really well. The frosting freezes well, especially in little balls. And these brownies freeze really well. So I'm going out of town in a couple days. And what I'll do is I'll freeze these, travel with these frozen in my bag, and then they'll be defrosted by the time I get there. Usually I pop them in a refrigerator. They're fine at room temperature for sure. You can have them, you can travel with these at room temperature right in your bag. They're totally fine. They'll last about 3 days out of the fridge, and in the fridge they'll last about a week, okay? I hope you enjoyed today. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm so excited to continue to share this journey through health and wellness with you. Once a week, I'll be posting a cooking video, and then once we'll be doing a mindfulness talk. I'm sharing my journey through adrenal fatigue right now. I've already shared a little bit about my past sugar addiction. We're gonna get into more body positivity and self-love stuff. And you can reach out and let me know what recipes do you wanna see and learn, and what topics do you guys wanna talk about. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm Chef Amber LA. And if you want more recipes and tips and tools on healthy, holistic living, you can go on over to chefamber.com. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao, ciao.